Hi, welcome in, people, to the DFL podcast and an inaugural video. Giving this shit a try, man. So you can see my beautiful face and this ugly bastard over here. I'm Bill. This is Tommy. We are 2/3 of the DFL crew. Chucky Fairweather couldn't make it. He's doing his job. So let's talk the Bills real quick, man, and preview the Rams game. All right, Tommy, you ready for this?
Sounds good.
Okay, well, so now you didn't see Dion Dawkins talking to the media just earlier today, man?
No, I've been digging out. It snowed in Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, of course. But yeah, so he says, man, and tell me what you think of this. I mean, I actually didn't catch the whole thing, but he said, he goes, they asked him, someone asked him how he feels about the feeling of the team being different, you know, which is very, it's apparent to the fans for sure. Yeah, I think we can all see that. National media can see it. So Dawkins responds, though, he goes, I don't want to get anyone in trouble. And then he goes, and explains how they are the happiest team they've been like ever, and how Josh is the happiest he's been. What do you take away from that, man? is that a really sharp dig?
Yeah, I know what he meant. Yeah. And I can understand why he doesn't want to get anybody in trouble, because he has to watch what words he says, especially after management had said that. Basically, he said that, well, Diggs was like a disease. Yeah. They didn't use that word, but that's what it meant.
Yeah.
And
probably call him a cancer.
Yeah, so that's basically what Dawkins are probably meaning. Like, man, I don't want to get the whole coaching staff in trouble and shit, but that's why they come.
You know, I'm not surprised to hear that or to think that, and it's kind of old news. But just the fact of him saying it like that and then explaining how happy, I haven't heard it explained like that yet. You know, like that much happier without the guy. Yeah. Wow.
Well, you know, I don't want to criticize, but Josh Allen looks and is playing a lot more relaxed. He goes, let me just put it that way.
He sure is.
Now
man.
That, you know, yeah. And a lot of it, it's kind of obvious, because now even Amari Cooper, who wasn't here when Digg was here, so he didn't have any reason to, you know, throw a shot at the guy. But he turns around and comes in, and they ask him, how do you feel about being in Buffalo? And he goes, this is the best team I've ever been on. He goes, these guys love each other.
Right.
This is great.
Right.
Because they're like family. Mm-hmm. So, like, you know, and it shows.
Right. Absolutely, man.
You know, when you don't have to pamper someone.
Yeah.
You're all on the same line.
I'm just a little shocked by the drastic difference and like that much impact. Like, I mean, I assumed it, and kind of I think everyone almost knows it, you know, at this point. But just how impactful one person can be in that regard is pretty intense, man. Because Allen is the most comfortable that I've seen him, and it's beautiful. And what do you think though of the Rams, man? Because this is gonna be a shorter podcast here, so go ahead, give me your thoughts.
Okay,
give us your thoughts.
I'm going to tell you, going into Los Angeles, you know, a lot of people are saying, you know, this could be like a hornet's nest, you know, because the Rams are really hungry. They got a strong defense, and they do. Well, they have very good receivers. They got a good runner. They have a wise quarterback. I mean, he's not a rookie. He knows how to play the game. So, yeah, it could look that way.
Well, what they're saying, I don't want to cut you off, but just what they're saying is that basically the position the Rams are in right now, if they win this, then they can kind of control their destiny for the rest of the season. If they lose it, they're at the mercy of a lot of things falling into place and everything happening for them. So, yeah, exactly. They're probably pretty hungry, to your point. You know.
Right. But now, what we were talking about, and not bringing that back up, the Bills are in their situation like, we know what the Rams want, but we know what we want, and we're not happy where we're at, because we want the home field throughout the playoffs. We want to be the number one seed, and we're not going to get there if we don't keep playing that ball our way. And they're so comfortable with themselves. I don't think they're going to lose focus and think that, well, we can handle the Rams. You know, they're not that
They're not going to go to sleep on them, yeah.
500 season, right? So they're not going to go in laying down. They're going to be ready, and I feel they're going to come away with a win. You know, I really do.
Well, how do they do that then? How do they get it done, man? I mean, I've heard talking how the Bills defense is going to have to play this team. Maybe a lot of too high shell, but although it's not Hill and Waddle back there, but still Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, man, are some pretty good threats, and they can scare the pants off some defenses, man. So
yeah.
And
so they have a quarterback that can get them the ball.
Yeah, but I think that the Rams might be thinking of playing up the run more, because that's been the Bills' kind of, I don't want to say Achilles heel all year, but it's vulnerable, it seems, or at least it appears that way. Bend don't break strategy or not, it's still they give up a lot of yards in the run. If you can squeeze out a couple runs on our defense, is that what the Rams are thinking? How do you think they attack us, man? More in the air, more the run, a balanced game? What do you think you see?
They're not going to be as run heavy as Baltimore or the Lions are going to be.
Kyron Williams, though, he's good.
Oh, he's very good. He is. He's very good. But that's what I'm saying. They have him. They don't have a real scrambling quarterback. They don't have another running back like Detroit, and he's not as up there as Barkley.
Wow.
He's good.
Nobody's Barkley.
He's going to be a problem. He could be a problem. You can't let him just run wild. He'll run all over you. So they're going to have him. A couple of guys keeping an eye on him, but they're not going to let up on the receiving and the receivers, the back end. No, they're going to. The Buffalo, I believe, is like 5th or something in the league on pass defense. Mm-hmm. Their run defense isn't as well, but you don't score on Buffalo that easy, and it's pretty obvious. I mean, they win their games. They're 10, 15 points ahead. Yeah. You know what I mean? They win by a good margin. Mm-hmm. I mean, they hit a couple of close calls, but as of late, what is it? 5 out of 7 have been by 10 points or more.
Yeah.
So I mean, so I'm not, and I don't think they're going to be. I don't think they're going to take it easy. I don't think they're going to be caught off guard. I don't think they're going to be like too relaxed. They know what they want, and they know what they have to do to get there.
What are the Bills' keys to victory, man? Go ahead and give us those real quick. Yeah, like I said, this is a short podcast, man.
Yeah.
So
I playing it the way they're playing. They have good play calling. Allen is making the right choices. He's not forcing, and I mean, I know it looks it when he's running down the field or pushing the envelope a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's just him. That's the way he is. And the Bills coaching staff is like, all right, man, for the first 3 years he's been here, we were telling him, don't do that, don't do that. And I think now they're at the point like, go.
Yeah.
You got the keys. You got the keys to the car, man. Take it.
So defensively, though, man, I think we have to watch the run more, man.
On that, I think with Milano being back, they're going to be able to put more attention on the run. Mm-hmm. That takes a little pressure off of the front four, and now you have okay.
Him and Bernard, you essentially got 2 green dot players right there, man.
Yeah.
That's
freeing up a couple of guys.
It's a smart defense, man.
Yeah.
You want to give a prediction, man? You don't do score predictions, huh?
The only thing I want to say kind of quick is, tell me if you noticed or not, but before the Bills beat the Chiefs, all right? Mm-hmm. The saying around the water cooler or whatever was, well, if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. Mm-hmm. The Bills beat the best.
Yeah, in the regular season.
So why don't they say, well, the Bills are actually the best team in football right now because they beat the best. Yeah. No, what they say is, they have beat them in the regular season, but they don't beat them in the, playoffs.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Well, they're not the same team.
Well, no.
And you can see it.
Yeah. Yeah, but those are the narratives that have to go around the media, man. I mean, what else are they going to talk about?
They just beat the best. But no, they bring up who they lost to. You don't mention, they did beat the best. Maybe they are the best team out there. You know?
Well, I believe they are, man, but
I do.
yeah, that could be some Homer shit like Chucky accuses us of, man. So hey,
Hey,
you're never gonna win.
You know?
You're never gonna win, Tommy. You got to go out there and just do it, man, and then make everyone watch, right? So that's what Buffalo has to do, and I think they get it done, man. This week, I think they're going. It's tough though, man. I almost. Some ideas have said that would you rather the Bills kind of get a loss this week? Does that kind of give them a little bit of a little grounded, a little bit kind of get that, Because I mean, think about it. We're trying to make a run, and are we gonna sit here off season going, the Bills haven't lost since week 5, or whatever it was, we played the Texans, so. Does it? The higher that tower gets, the more you worry about it falling down. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's just kind of I go in that superstitious direction. We're not here to give you fucking constant stats and shit you can get everywhere. We give you gut feelings and superstitions on this show, man. That's what we got to do unique there, Tommy. That's our mark
the thing is,
on this industry.
My gut.
Go ahead, man.
My gut is telling me, no. I don't want to see them lose. My gut is telling me they're not going to.
Okay.
But I don't want to see them lose. I want to see them just run it up.
Okay.
End this season at 15-2.
Yeah.
You have home field advantage.
You don't think maybe if it comes down to it, you rest your starters against New England?
1-2-point game, 3, field goal victories all season. No, it's not going to happen. Sooner or later, the Raiders aren't going to be called for a bullshit call, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It might be Denver, and maybe Pittsburgh, and whoever they're playing. But sooner or later, the ref isn't going to say, "All right, Patty, we got you covered." They're going to turn around and say, "We're being fair here. We're being fair.
Okay,
and you're just not that good.
Okay,
you're just not good enough to beat these guys today."
All right.
And,
Let's to wrap it up though. I'm going to make my prediction, man, and actually, I'm going to stay grounded here a little bit though. I'm not calling for a Bills loss, but I think we win. But I actually think maybe we keep it something. It's more like we fall out of that 30 streak. Something's getting a little. It's just Buffalo jitters, man. We're Buffalo fans, man. We're Bills fans. We're traumatized. So I'm just going to say, that streak's been great. The win streak stays alive. 23-20 Buffalo.
The Rams have a pretty solid defense.
Yeah. It's not quite the same without Aaron Donald and all that. And there's a lot of young guys, but they got Jared Verse, man. He's an animal.
Right, but they, as I said, they got a pretty solid defense.
Mm-hmm. Young, but getting better.
They may do good against. They may hold up Hook a little bit more, or what's his face, Johnson there, or Ray. They may keep them under control a little bit more on the run, but I don't think they have enough on the back end to cover 5 Buffalo receivers.
All right.
Somebody's getting open.
Okay.
Somebody's getting open.
If Coop don't do it, I think Coleman's back. I think he'll be playing.
Yeah. I think
and Kincaid.
I, for one, hope
is Kincaid back?
Got
to check that. Don't listen to us here. Go check the injury report. Right.
I predict. I for years wouldn't predict the score.
Yeah, you normally don't.
And then one day I said they're going to win, and they're going to win convincingly, and they did. So I'm going to.
We're going to get a first ever Tommy score prediction. Go ahead.
And I'm going to say is Buffalo 35-24, maybe.
Okay.
35-21.
I like it. I like it, man. That sounds pretty good to me.
Because
I'm kind of a fool for saying 23-20. I might change mine to 31-20, 31-24.
Well, the more Buffalo scores, the harder the defense plays.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, that's a good note to end it on too, man. Football. That's right.
And that's right. What they tell each other.
That's what they've been preaching all year, man.
The defense all the time. Give me the ball, I'll score.
Yeah.
And when he scores, they say, hey, they're not going to go anywhere. We're stopping them.
Right on, Tommy. All right, hey, listen, you need to get a new. You need to update your shirt, man. They've won the division 3 times since then.
I know.
I don't know what you're doing there.
I know, but it was either this or the Flutie shirt.
Why don't you just grab some white out and turn that 1 into a little 4 there, man? Whatever side this is on, yeah.
5.
Whatever side. It's 2024.
Oh, 24. Yeah.